Hey there, I'm Deerhart, and I just wanted to take a few minutes to share with you about my recent experience at the Tantra Diploma Program taught by Jason and Ingo of Tantra for Gay Men. That's Tantra, the number 4, gaymen.com. And I have long been skeptical of spiritual frameworks because I was raised in a fundamentalist, really oppressive Southern religious environment in which being gay was not only a sin, it was an abomination, quote unquote, and would have cost me and did cost me the love of many people in my life. So I considered myself a real spiritual rebel and have been very spiritual, but not interested in really aligning with any kind of path spiritually that was formal for a long time. And I was curious about the program. I've also recently been teaching with Jason in the Tantra Coach Training Program. Many of you might know that. So I went and took the dive and was there for a week with my partner in the diploma and was not prepared for the depths that I would actually go to in myself. I was blown away. I think it was one of the most valuable embodied experiences I've ever had in my life, spiritually and sexually. And I was able to experience all parts of myself, the parts of me that are deeply interested in inquiry and creating meaning in my life, alongside the parts of me that I consider very valuable, which are my rebels, and the part of me that just wants to fuck. And having the spectrum of that represented there in that space with my partner and with a group of men who are willing to be vulnerable and take down the guard was really, really powerful. And I would say that Tantra really does resonate with me, actually, very much so, and that it actually helped me connect to my cock in a more deep kind of way. And I want to share about that because for the longest time, it's been really difficult for me to ejaculate from a blowjob. And so many guys that I talk to, men that come to do this work with me and with other practitioners are often concerned about their dicks, the size of their dicks, the way that they work. Does it ejaculate as much as they want, with the frequency with which they want, the amount, basically this fundamental premise, like, is something wrong with me? And there's one layer to that whole puzzle, which is like, okay, this is what my body does, and can I find acceptance for that? What I experienced at this retreat, though, really blew my mind. There were many rituals that put me right in the depths of some of the most deep pain that I've ever experienced. And I always about the blowjob and the ejaculation quandary, I always thought, well, if I had a bigger cock, or if I were like a larger man, or if I, felt like I was the guy that I've seen in videos who gets the blowjob or whatever, then I'd have an easier time because strangers could make me ejaculate really easily. Partners, boyfriends, really, really challenging. And those are the people in my life who I have really wanted to think of me in a certain kind of way. Well, I knew in my mind that it was about like receiving attention and feeling worthy of attention for whatever reason. But when I went to this retreat and when I experienced the depths of the embodied stuff that I've been still carrying, like, I know in my mind I've been carrying anger. I know that I've been carrying sadness. I know that I've been, kind of holding grief in, but I didn't realize the degree to which these experiences were just waiting to be touched and experienced. And in this retreat, I was able to touch incredible rage, amorally stand in my rage and feel, amorally violent and react, from a place of anger and all in this kind of like healing fantasy context. Also places of deep, inconsolable pain, like an irreconcilable loss of what I didn't have, and just be able to feel that sadness, cry those tears, feel the fear that I've been carrying in my life and in my body and in the world, and be able to see it all out in front of me, like, oh my God, this has been what I have been carrying. Right after some of the most intense rituals, my partner met me in the room, and he wanted to suck my dick, and I didn't even think about it. I just was feeling the experience. I felt very worthy of the attention, and I ejaculated in like a couple of minutes. And so for me, I just thought, wow, that's been like in my mind, this like, I'm broken, that doesn't work, for the longest time. And what I experienced is like the aha moment of like, oh, the reason it's been really hard for me to receive attention is because I haven't let myself feel worthy, because I have all these feelings that I haven't really let myself feel in the depths that I can. So I want to say that to encourage you, no matter what you're experiencing in your life, sexually, emotionally, that it can be quite surprising, the places that you can go in yourself, and to encourage you maybe to run towards, if you can, and if you have the capacity to go towards the experiences that feel really challenging for you, And if you don't feel like you have that capacity, try to build it. Try to build the capacity to hold the painful and the disavowed feelings that are still a part of your experience, because those feelings are still helping to organize the world that you live in and the way that you see the world and the way that you experience the world. So that's my experience with the first diploma. There are 2 more. I'm excited. And also, if you are interested in the Tantra Coach Training Program, that's something that Jason and I collaborated together on. Me bringing my side of the work, which is very inquiry-based and covers a lot of some of the major authors in the field, and also Jason's work, which is very much about Tantra and his rendition of Tantra and his tradition that he's been in. And together we create a space where you can learn how to hold space for other people, whether you're a practitioner of some kind or just an individual who wants to be able to hold sexual space for others that can be transformative in the same kind of way. So if you have questions, comments, I'd love to hear from you. It's finn@finndeerhart.com. And as always, I look forward to hearing from you.